Good evening, everybody. Who's ready to have a fun night? Yeah. All right, welcome to the YESPYs, Northwest Florida High School Basketball Awards, presented by DoWork Sports. My name is Steve Nessum, and I'm honored to serve as your co-host tonight, along with my good friend and co-founder of DoWork Sports, Mr. Dante Shepard.
Well, Steve, I'm glad to be with you. Thank you, I appreciate that. Like Steve said, my name is Dante Shepard. My co-founder and I, Jose Stutz, had a vision to make an impact in an area through sports. And from this vision, birthed DoWork Sports. DoWork Sports is a organization committed to the overall well-being of student athletes. We focus on helping young men and women grow personally, athletically, and academically. Our work centers around three core areas: exposure through sports media coverage, development through character and leadership training, and performance through competitive events. We're honored to be with you today and to serve this community. And tonight, we're excited to celebrate the outstanding accomplishments of these coaches and players. We'll start the evening off by recognizing our first award, Career Achievement Award, Shamaya Francis. Please give her a hand as she begins to proceed to the stage. Now, if you want to beat Shamaya in a race, you can do it right now.
All right, as she works up her way up here, we'll talk a little bit about her. Shamaya from Booker T. Washington High was a 4-year starter who overcame a significant injury, and another one as well, to build a remarkable career. She finished with 1,341 career points, 927 rebounds, 145 steals, and 172 blocks. That is a stat-stuffing athlete right there. She's been selected as the PNJ Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. She was a state champion, signed with Florida State University, and is known for her faith, resilience, and work ethic. So again, give it up for Shamaya. So Shamaya, I know you did not get into basketball early. You didn't start playing until you were 11. You really weren't interested, even though both your parents played at a high level. And even when you started playing, you told me it was a little bit grudgingly, because your brother was playing. At what point did you develop a love for basketball?
I think I developed a love for basketball once I got into about 8th grade, and I started doing research on other great players like throughout the nation. Like, I knew there was another level to basketball, and when I found that out, I started to fall in love with the grind. Like, I felt like I could be and compete with like some of the best players. So I felt in love, and it went on from there.
Well, you quickly showed you were a really good player with tremendous potential, and then you get to Booker T, and as a freshman right away you were a good player, and you go out on the AAU circuit, which of course is a whole nother level. What was the learning curve for? What did you kind of learn about what the elite level was like, and then how did you get yourself to become one of the best players out there?
So I quickly learned that it was way faster. Everybody's strong, everybody's big. And the only thing that would separate you is your motor. So if you can outwork them, like our motto at Booker T, you'll beat any 5-star you really line up against. So I had like a lot of conversations with our head coach, Coach Brown, and she was basically telling me like, you're either gonna get exposure or you're gonna get exposed. So you got two options. You can either get in shape or you can stay the same. And I chose to get in shape. So as soon as I got in shape, I just started sharpening my skills, and then it went up from there.
Of course, you had the luxury of playing for 4 years for Coach Brown. How much has she meant to your development?
Coach Brown, she meant a lot to my development. Like she really talked me through the whole thing and just kept my head on the main thing. Even when I felt like it was just a lot, I just referred back to her, and she just kept my heart on what I knew I wanted.
All right, so you're humming along, you're having a great career. Junior year, just before the playoffs, you tear your ACL. How devastating was that at the time, and how did you get through it?
It was very hard at the time, only because I knew like we could have made like a very deep run during that time, and I knew my teammates were depending on me because they've depended on me for the last 3 years. And they never had to experience the time where I sat out and they only had to listen to my voice. So it was very hard, like watching everybody just have to go through a tough time and not really knowing how to figure it out without me yet. And I got through it by just, like I said, looking at other great players in my class. A girl named JT B, who I referred to the most, she plays just like me. She's in Texas, tough athlete. She tore like a lot of things in her knee. So I just like knew it was possible to come back.
All right, so you come back as a senior, you kind of ease into it, you're kind of easing your way back into playing like full throttle, but as the season went on, you kind of got back to that level again. What was it like as you were kind of easing into it, and was it tough kind of trying to hold back until you felt fully confident?
Yeah, with that, I knew it would be like hard to get back into the sport, and it wasn't really just like the injury that had me. It was more necessarily like just coming back, not trying to be like who I was, and that was the hardest thing. Accepting that I'm a different player now, and accepting that I would have to grow into something different was just the hardest thing to accept. So it wasn't necessarily just trusting myself, but just knowing that I'm not going to be that old me. I'm going to grow into something new.
And you did that, and you lead the team to the state championship game. Early on in the state championship game, you go down with an injury, and I guess you probably knew right away you tore the other ACL. What were the emotions like, of that moment in the championship game, tearing the ACL again?
Yeah, it hurt very, very much. Like it was bad, but I was crying a lot, and I could see like the look in my teammates' eyes where it's like this is happening again. We got to play without her again. But I knew they could do it, and they just basically told me like, they was like, Shamaya, stop crying. Like we got you. Shut up crying. Like we got you. Stop crying. You gotta have faith in us. Like we had faith in you. And like when they said that to me, I was just like, my teammates got me. Like I'm gonna be okay. God got me. He got us. He had us this whole. I'm gonna be okay. They're gonna be okay. I'm just gonna cheer them on. All they need is my voice. They don't really need my presence on the court.
And they did. You guys won the state championship. That must have been a weird feeling though for you, winning, but knowing you weren't, knowing you were going to have to deal with that injury. It must have been a weird feeling. Were you just focused on the championship when you guys won, or was it still in your mind? Oh, I've got rehab coming. I've got to deal with this again. What was the emotions like at that moment?
After winning, it was like a very wholesome moment, knowing that we did something in 26 years that it just took a long time to get to. The emotions were high, and it still is a little bit. I know I have to get like this thing going again, but I know the process, so it'll probably be a lot more easier, and I'll get like a lot of college training, so I know I'll come back way better. So I'm not really like worried about it now. I'm just worried about getting in shape for college, and as soon as that happens, I'm off like an airplane. I go off.
No doubt about that. And finally, yeah, you signed with Florida State. So what have they kind of told you about how to approach rehabbing this and what the plan is for you?
They basically was just like, you're gonna come like you were gonna come here before you got hurt. So you're still gonna come in the summer. We're gonna get this everyday grind in for 6 weeks. You're just gonna have to rehab. And we'll still be in the weight room, lifting every day, eating right, like a normal athlete. You'll just rehab. And I was like, okay, that sounds like a plan.
Well, congrats on a great career and best of luck moving forward. Let's give it up for Shamaya.
Now we'll proceed to cover our leaders for different categories. First is the leading scorers. Our leading scorers are individuals who are some of the best, not just best player, but also some of the best shooters and can make an impact throughout the game. Our Leighton Osborne, Pace High School, averaged 18.2 points per game, a steady scoring presence who gave her team consistent production all season long. Marcus Cooper, Tate High School, averaged 19.5 points per game, a total of 507 points this season. He was a high-volume bucket getter who attacked the rim and filled it up every night. Last is Tanner Mendel, J High School. He averaged 25.6 points per game with a total of 486 total points. He was one of the most explosive scorers on the court, lighting it up every night. give a hand to Marcus Cooper and Tanner Mendel as leading scorers.
All right, now we're going to move on to our blocks leaders. And we have some of our leaders here tonight to come up to the stage. And I will get started. Our first honoree, Shioma Patterson from Pensacola High. He averaged 2.2 blocks per game, 48 total blocks on the season, a strong rim protector who made the paint a difficult place to score. Bo Lewis from Central High, 2.5 blocks a game, 65 total blocks, a difference maker inside who consistently changed shots and controlled the lane. We also have Mateo Robinson from Milton, 27 blocks, just a defensive menace, anchoring the defense with his shot blocking presence and rim protection. For the ladies, we have a pair from Jay. Hattie Lachlan, 1.5 blocks a game, 44 total blocks, a versatile defender who brought toughness and timing around the basket, and her younger sister, Lucy Lucky Lachlan, who had actually the same exact block stats, also had 44 blocks, 1.5 per game. I don't know how you guys managed to do that exactly right, but no bragging rights, you're exactly even. So, Lucky, it was a relentless presence in the post who who held her ground and finished the year strong. Both are underclassmen, and they have more years to come at Jay. So let's give it up for our blocks leaders.
Now we'll proceed to cover our assist leaders. We'll start off with Nyla Brooks, Booker T. Washington's guard. She averaged 4.1 assists per game, a total of 90 assists. She's a smart playmaker who saw the floor well and created opportunities for others. Nyla was committed to this ceremony, but with the change of date, she had to go to an AAU tournament. So we want to give her congratulations. Please give Nyla a hand. Next, we have Presley Hawthorne, J High School. Presley averaged 5.0 assists per game for a whopping 150 total assists. She's a creative distributor who made the right read and kept her team flowing. Calix McCoon from Rocky Bayou. He averaged 4.3 assists per game for 125 total assists. A composed setup guard who made winning plays and moved the ball with purpose. And last is Jaden Clarity from Booker T. Washington High School. Jaden averaged 5.9 assists per game for 158 total assists. A true floor general who kept the offense organized and his teammates in rhythm. Please give a hand to our assist leaders.
All right, our next award is honoring a coach for producing the turnaround team of the year. That'd be the Pensacola High boys, led by first-year head coach DJ David Williams Jr. He helped improve the Tigers from 5-15 last year to 18-10 this year. The turnaround was led by a complete team effort, fueled by defense with 600 rebounds, 200 steals, and 116 blocks. He was also named the PNJ Coach of the Year. And DJ had the added pressure of taking over a program where his dad, David Sr., built a very impressive legacy. Well, DJ made his dad, his family, and PHS proud. Let's give it up for our turnaround team of the year, Coach DJ Williams.
Hey, first off, I just want to thank y'all for everything that y'all do for our community. You know, I've been in this thing since I've been born, as you said, Mr. Steve. My dad took over in '86, the year I was born, so I've been around the game of basketball in Pensacola a long time. And I just want to commend y'all for bringing the spotlight to our panhandle, to all our, from Pensacola all the way to Jay. As y'all know, we compete with each other during the season. And when we get to the regionals, you quickly find out how the panhandle does not get its due respect. And so I commend all you coaches and players for your fight that you have taken through this season. Also, I again, thank you for this. I Coach of the Year award, man. I can't do it without my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. As you know, I started my career at Escambia, and then I was blessed to follow my father's footsteps to take on Pensacola High School. And it was never part of my plan. I sat, talked to my father, I sat, and I prayed with my wife, and when the opportunity came open, I just stepped in. Also, young people, just want to let y'all know that the time that we put in with you guys is not for anything but for your greater good. I lost one of my players last night, and y'all don't realize the effect and the love that we really have for y'all, because it's bigger than just basketball. What we're teaching y'all is life skills, because when you finish with this thing, life itself is not favorable to anybody. And so I just want to leave y'all with that, man. And just the model that we live by, and I hope that we live by this season, that y'all can take with y'all: short steps, long vision. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Coach. Once again, give Coach another hand. Moments like this, you all, it really makes you think about why what we do is so important. And so we just, young people, take care of yourselves. Because no coach ever wants to be in that position. And so we thank him for even showing up, that just let him know how much he cares about what we do, and to be able to share what he's going through right now. Our next leaders are the Steals leaders. Our first Steal leader is Danielle Gully from Catholic High School. Danielle averaged 3.4 steals per game for a total of 93 steals on the season. She was a disruptive defender who consistently turned pressure into possessions. Our next steals leader is Leslie Autry. Leslie averaged 2.7 steals per game and had a total of 81 steals on the season. He's a gritty two-way player who brought hustle, instincts, and defensive pressure. Our last steals leader is Jaden Clarity from Booker T. Washington High School. Jaden led with 2.9 steals per game, 77 total steals. He's a high-energy defender who stayed active in the passing lanes and made things happen. Please give a hand to all of our steals leaders.
All right, now it's time for our rebound leaders as they make their way up. For the ladies, we have Amani Bartholomew from West Florida High. 9.8 rebounds per game, 216 total rebounds, a dominant board cleaner who consistently battled and gave her team extra chances. And also Angel Wilson from Destin High. A whopping 13.2 rebounds per game, 344 total rebounds, just an elite rebounder who owned the glass and set the tone inside. On the boys' side, we honor Marcus Cooper from Tate. 7.4 rebounds a game, 193 total rebounds, a physical rebounder who makes scoring with strong work on the boards. And also Harrison Sanders from Rocky Bayou. 7.4 rebounds a game, 214 total rebounds, just a tough interior presence who brought effort, position, and production every game. Let's give it up for our rebound leaders.
Next, we have our Coaches Award. We'll be honoring our Girls Team of the Year. Our first team award tonight is the Girls Team of the Year, the Fort Walton Vikings. This recognition goes to the team that displayed teamwork, unselfish play, and execution at a high level all season long. The Fort Walton Lady Vikings finished the season 23-5, earned the most wins since 2019, captured its second consecutive district championship, and did so without a senior in the starting lineup. Every player averaged just under 10 points per game, and the team was built on defense, finishing the season with 182 steals to only 155 turnovers. Accepting this team award is the head coach, Mercedes Claiborne.
On behalf of our entire team, I want to say how truly honored we are to receive this award. Being named Team of the Year is something we're incredibly proud of because of what it represents. Our shared effort, trust, and commitment to one another. What started as a team that rallied behind a nervous point guard who would cry if I stared at her too long. And juniors that were inexperienced, a senior that was brand new to the program, another senior that missed a year and a half with a medical condition, and two freshmen that were just trying to keep their head above water. What turned into a point guard that was fearless, a freshman that knew they belonged among the best, juniors that weren't afraid to make mistakes, and seniors that were willing to do whatever it takes for the team. Down the stretch, these girls consistently showed up, supported each other, and pushed each other when it mattered most. They didn't always get along, but they always showed up for each other when it mattered. Our journey did not end with rings and a championship, but we left Jacksonville as a stronger unit. We're grateful to be a part of an amazing event put on by a wonderful group of people that values collaboration and excellence, and we don't take this moment lightly. Thank you for recognizing our team. It motivates us to keep striving, improving, and supporting each other every step of the way. Thank you.
Our second team award goes to the Booker T. Washington Wildcats. After the departure of two key players, many counted the Wildcats out. Instead, this young group came together and proved otherwise. With only one senior, a roster featuring 13 underclassmen, with 10 of those underclassmen being freshmen and sophomores, Coach Lewis consistently rotated more than 10 players, showcasing depth and adaptability with a variety of lineups. Their commitment to one another and the system paid off as they finished with an impressive 21-6 record, captured their third consecutive district title, and earned another playoff appearance. Please welcome head coach Dwayne Lewis of the Booker T. Washington High School Wildcats to accept this honor for his team.
Thanks again, I appreciate it. DoWork Sports, and all you guys, I acknowledge the same way Coach Williams is. I've been here since 2002, and to see you guys go after acknowledging what we do in the basketball community in this area is huge, and I'm humbled and appreciative of all you guys do to help our kids get the recognition that they so far deserve for wanting to do things beyond high school and athletics and basketball. So again, I appreciate it and thank you. Next, thank God for the opportunity to be in the lives of these young kids. It's a position that I don't take lightly. Again, as Coach Williams, I've lost kids before that have been under my tutelage, and it's something that you never forget as a coach, because you know those kids trusting your words to guide them through life. And when they come up short, you take it personally, because you feel like there's something else that you could do to help that kid get through those trials. So for that, again, you gotta understand coaching is a calling, and it's something that we just don't take lightly. So for all you guys that put your faith and trust in your coaches, I appreciate you. So my life, again, thank God for the opportunity to be in the lives of the young men that we have. So I appreciate it. To my wife and my children, I couldn't do it without you. So thank you. Next, my administrator, Coach Brown. Hats off to you. Hats off to you. Principal, Mr. Shackle, thank you again for the opportunity. Can't say it enough to the kids in the program, my coaching staff, thank you for responding to the adversity and overcoming all the challenges we had as a team this year. So I'm humbled by it and I appreciate it. To the fans and support that's followed us all year, thank you again and appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you guys again next year. Appreciate it.
Now it's time to recognize the newcomers of the year. This award honors players who made an immediate impact in their first season as a varsity starter and showed the ability to contribute at a high level right away. As they make their way to the stage, we'll share our first winner tonight, Keelan Williams from Booker T. Washington. 15.3 points, 3.3 rebounds, and 1.9 steals per game. That's just a breakout sophomore who made the most of every opportunity and helped lead the district championship run. Leslie Autry with Alethea. 9.1 points a game, 274 total points, 2.7 steals a game, and 81 total steals. A clutch newcomer who delivered in big moments, including a game-winning shot against rival S.L. Jones. For the ladies, Grace Jarrett from Central. 8.4 points a game, 1.5 steals a game, 11 games in double figures, and 38 steals. A dependable young player who showed toughness and consistency on both ends. Anaya Boyd from Fort Walton Beach. 7.4 points a game, 43 assists, 42 steals. A versatile guard who impacted the game in multiple ways and helped her team win a district title. And finally, Danielle Gully from Catholic. 11.6 points, 5.1 rebounds, 3.4 steals a game. A well-rounded newcomer who brought scoring, rebounding, and defensive activity every night. Your newcomers of the year.
The Post Player of the Year award recognizes a dominant presence in the paint who can contribute on both ends of the floor. These athletes excel in rebounding, interior scoring, rim protection, using positioning and skill to impact the game. Our first recipient is Amani Bartholomew from West Florida High School. She averaged 13.4 points a game, 9.8 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and 3.5 steals per game. She was a complete post player who impacted the game inside and out with production across the board. Our next is Aubrey Nelson from Jay High School. Aubrey averaged 13.8 points per game, 6.7 rebounds, had 20 blocks. She was a physical interior force who protected the rim and delivered steady scoring. Well, she eclipsed 1,000 career points this season. Next is Marcus Cooper from Tate High School. Marcus was a versatile forward who averaged 19.5 points per game, had 7.4 rebounds per game. He was a polished scorer who used skill and felt opportunities to finish at the basket and on the perimeter. Last is Thomas Dixon from Alethea Academy. Thomas averaged 9.3 points per game, 5.3 rebounds, 3.0 assists, and had a total of 73 steals. He's a versatile big man who brought activity, vision, and toughness to every possession. Once again, these are your Post Players of the Year. So the Defensive Players of the Year Award honors an athlete who sets the standard for defensive excellence. These players consistently shut down opponents, communicates effectively, and brings relentless energy on every possession. Our first recipient is Shioma Patterson from Pensacola High School. Shioma averaged 16 points per game, 9.3 rebounds per game. She had 67 steals and 48 blocks. She was a defensive anchor who protected the rim and made her presence felt everywhere, every night. Next is Hattie Lachlan from Jay High School. Hattie had 8.4 points per game, 5.9 rebounds, 1.6 steals, 1.5 blocks per game, which was a total of 44 blocks. She's a hard-nosed competitor who defended the rim and helped lead the Jay Royals all the way to the Final Four. For our boys, first is Michael Collins from Choctaw High School. Michael averaged 10 points per game, 7.1 rebounds. He had 22 steals and 17 blocks. He's a tough defender who is willing to get physical in the paint and sacrifice everything for his team. Last is Roderick Starks from Fort Walton High School. Roderick had 11.7 points, averaged 11.7 points per game, 5.5 rebounds. He had 73 assists, 67 steals, and 17 blocks. He's a complete defensive playmaker who brought versatility and disruption on every possession. These are your Defensive Players of the Year.
All right, now we've got one of our other career achievement winners, Shepard Brown. I'm sure he went to find a hoop or something to get a little more practice in.
Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom at a really bad time.
You were practicing, come on.
Yeah, okay, we'll go with that.
All right, Shepard Brown from West Florida Baptist Academy is a 4-year Letterman with 96 career wins, back-to-back conference championships, 1,465 points, 300 assists, and 137 steals. He averaged double figures in scoring for 3 straight years and has been known throughout his career for faith, leadership, and hard work. And I know your dad started you early in the sport. How much did he mean to you in terms of growing your love of basketball and the way you were able to develop as a player?
Yeah, he meant a lot. So when I was a really young kid, he was a coach. And so I was in the gym from a really young, early age. And that's really when I fell in love with basketball. I mean, my whole life I played basketball and I've always loved it. So just being there at those games and seeing the competitiveness and everything about it, I really loved it. And then, you know, like after my games, he always gives me pointers and tells me stuff like that. And then at home, I have 2 brothers, so they've helped a lot too. And it's always competitive in the house. So, yeah.
So you played your whole high school career at West Florida Baptist, a small private school. What is special about that program, and what did you love most about being part of that school?
Yeah, well, it's really special to me because I was basically born there. I've been there my whole life. My grandpa was the pastor of the church, and then my dad took over. And I've been at the school from kindergarten all the way till now. I think what makes it special are, you know, the teachers there. They really care about you and they want you to succeed. And then as far as the basketball program, like my coach and all the coaches there. And yeah, it's just a really special place and I'm forever grateful for it.
You're known for being extremely consistent, extremely reliable, night in, night out. What allowed you to kind of perform at that level?
I think it just comes down to hard work. That's the most important thing. I made a really big jump from my 9th to 10th grade year, and I was working really hard, and I mean that's the most important thing. And then I also love basketball, so whenever there was an open gym or you know something was going on, I wanted to be there, and it helped a lot. And then also my coach, he helped a lot with consistency because he let me play free, And, I want to thank him for that. He played 4 years college basketball, so he knows a lot of stuff and gave me a lot of great pointers.
So you finished your career winning your second straight conference championship, went undefeated in the district this year. How special was that run? What was it like going on that run and finishing with a championship?
Yeah, so a little backstory. Like I said, I've been going to the school my whole life. Well, if you walk into our gym and you look up at the banners, it's like all girls championships. And I did not like that. I wanted us to get some guys championships up there too. So last year, my 11th grade year, we were able to win our first one in school history, and that was really special. But a lot of those guys graduated, so this was kind of a little bit of a rebuilding year. So winning this one meant a lot to me, and just ending my career on a high note was awesome. So
you're moving on now. You've signed to play at Pensacola Christian College. What does it mean to have that opportunity, and what's your outlook for the kind of impact you're going to try to make on that level?
Yeah, it means a lot. I've always dreamed about playing college basketball, and I'm thankful for the people over at PCC for letting me have that opportunity, and how I can impact the game. Right now I'm working on, getting stronger and working on my craft, getting better, so that when I get there, I'll be ready to go.
All right, well, congrats on a great career. Good luck going forward, and let's give it up for Shepherd Brown. All right, next we move on to our phenomenal freshman. The Phenomenal Freshman Award honors a first-year player who has made an immediate and lasting impact at the varsity level. This athlete demonstrates advanced skill, confidence, and composure beyond their experience, contributing meaningfully to the team's success. And we have 3 honorees tonight. Okay. Caitlin Davis, if you can come up, please. So the first two you see here are not here tonight, but I'll share their accolades. Harmony Lee from Fort Walton High. 10.5 points a game, a young scorer who led her team in scoring and stepped in and produced like a seasoned veteran. And Kendrick Williamson from Alethea. 19.1 points, is a phenomenal freshman, 5.3 rebounds, 1.8 steals a game, a standout freshman who played with confidence, energy, and scoring punch. And we have Caitlin Davis, also from Alethea. She led her team in scoring as a freshman, 11.4 points a game, also had 4.7 rebounds, and also led the team in steals with 3.3, a very impactful freshman season for Caitlin Davis. And let's give it up for our phenomenal freshman.
Next, we'll honor another Coach of the Year, Garrett Rupo, Rocky Bayou. Coach guided Rocky Bayou from 7-16 season a year ago to 22-7 in his first season as the head coach, delivering the school's best record in more than 20 years. And this season, they beat 4 schools who were in the 3A to 6A level of competition. Once again, Coach Rupo.
Let me just start by thanking you guys for providing the recognition to our programs, our coaches, our athletes, most importantly. What you guys do for the community, really impactful. It's great to see. I echo some of the coaching sentiments from earlier. The Panhandle area does not get the same love and shine as the rest of the state, and I think we would all love to see that change. It's an honor to receive a Coach of the Year award. Ultimately, though, this is a program award, this is a staff award, and most importantly, this is a players award. I have 2 of mine right here, Calix and Harry. I asked them to join me on the stage because without these guys, I don't have this award. So this is as much about the players as it is myself. So shout out to all our players here because that's what this really is. This is your night, and so thank you to everything you do for the sport of basketball.
I Our next award will be our Guards of the Year. The Guards of the Year award recognizes players who excel in leadership, ball handling, decision-making, and perimeter play. These athletes serve as a key facilitator of the offense, demonstrates strong court vision, and consistently makes smart and impactful plays. First, we'll start with Presley Hawthorne of Jay High School. Presley averaged 9.1 points per game, 2.8 rebounds, 5.0 assists, had 1.7 steals per game, and she also eclipsed the 1,000 career point milestone this season. She's a smooth playmaker who controlled the tempo, and she helped push her team, not to the Final Four, but they were state runner-up. Let me get that correct. Next was Nyla Stewart from Destin High School. She averaged 10.8 points per game, 4.3 assists per game, and she's a sharp guard who created offense and kept her team organized all season long. Our next recipient is Cade Calderlawn from Tate High School. Cade averaged 16.6 points per game. He had 2.5 rebounds, 2 assists per game, 1.9 steals per game. He was a dynamic guard who could score, defend, and make plays on both ends of the court. Next is Sergio Robinson from Milton High School. Sergio averaged 13.3 points per game, 5.2 rebounds, 2.2 assists, and 2.2 steals per game. He's a strong two-way guard who impacted the game with scoring and physical play. Last is Calix McCoon from Rocky Bayou. Calix averaged 16.1 points per game, 5.3 rebounds, 4.3 assists. He's an all-around guard with the ability to knock down shots, but also control the tempo and help his team be productive. Once again, please give a hand to the Guards of the Year. Next, we'll be recognizing another Coach of the Year, Coach Chris Caldwell from Fort Walton Beach High School.
All right, Coach Carswell, in his 8th season as the head coach, led his team to a 21-8 record, their best since 2011, won a district championship, and built a team known for tough defense, finishing with 328 team steals. All right, Coach, well, I know before you became a coach, you had an impressive playing career, played in Eastern Kentucky on the D1 level, played professionally in Europe. How much did the lessons that you took from playing at those levels kind of inform the kind of coach that you've become?
Well, first I want to thank God. Without God, I wouldn't be here. I also want to thank my wife. She allowed me to do all the coaching things. That playing also helped me a lot. I always tell my guys I am a player's coach. Everything that I make them do and tell them to do, I learned from a coach. So I understand what they go through because I did exactly what they did.
All right, so you took over the program in 2018. The program had been down, and it was not easy to turn it around. The first several years, at least record-wise, it was tough making it bend. It's a tough landscape over there in Okaloosa. What kept you confident? What made you believe that you could get this thing turned around?
Not complaining. What we do is what we call every day. We're gonna work every day. My guys know that's the best thing that we're gonna do. They're gonna be the worst thing that we're gonna do. So only thing that I wanted was a group of guys that wanted to believe in the process, believe in the program, and just work their tail off each and every day.
And you can really see the last few years, the momentum changing, the program changing, and then this year really, put it all together to to have the best record in a long time there, to win the district, to win a playoff game. So what got the corner turned? What was the difference to kind of finally elevate the program back to where you wanted?
Well, you got to have a good group of guys first. And then we set some goals. And it started in the summer. I had a great group of senior 2026 class, as they call themselves, that came in and bought into the process. And a year before, it kind of started our journey. And, you know, it kind of left us a bitter taste in our mouth when we lost the district championship at Bay. So they rallied around that moment and set out a new goal, and they worked at it every day, and we got to achieve.
You had a lot of good players, but no really star players. It was very much a team effort. You know, what was kind of your philosophy to maximize a group like that, where maybe no stars, but a lot of good players?
Well, we was kind of deep. And one thing that my guys, they loved each other. They wanted for the next guy, you know, see them guys shine. So when you got a group that just came in and didn't worry about the points, I got some guys that can go out there and just score. I got some guys that couldn't play the individual game, but they came together, played team ball, and the biggest thing that, you know, they just love each other.
And then once you start winning, it becomes contagious. You know, how do you try to now build on this momentum?
Just do the same recipe that we did last year. We made it to the Sweet 16. Got down real bad. That guy, we worked our tails off to get back in the game. So we're gonna use that same momentum. They know it is a new standard at Fort Walton Beach High School, and we're just ready to get at it and work and see what the sky gonna bring us this year.
Well, congrats on a great season. Give it up for Coach of the Year, Chris Caldwell.
The Sensational Sophomores Award recognizes a second-year player who has elevated their game and became a significant contributor on varsity. These athletes combine skill, consistency, and growing leadership to influence team performance in a major way. Our first recipient is Kaylee Kaiser from Destin High School. Kaylee averaged 12.4 points per game and 4.0 rebounds per game. Next is Jada Clarity from Booker T. Washington High School. Jada averaged 14.1 points per game, 7.2 rebounds per game. She was a dominant sophomore this season that helped power the Booker T. Lady Wildcats to the state championship. Next is Jaden Clarity from Booker T. Washington High School. Jaden averaged 15.7 points per game, 6.6 rebounds, and 5.9 assists per game. He was a do-it-all sophomore who stepped into leadership and delivered a championship-level production. Next is Bobby Yelton from Gulf Breeze High School. Bobby averaged 12.6 points per game, 5.8 rebounds, and 3.6 assists per game. He was a rising star who took a major leap and became a real difference maker for the Dolphins. These are your Sensational Sophomores of the Year.
Now it is time for the YESPYs Players of the Year. This honors athletes who have had the greatest overall impact on their team's success. These players demonstrate outstanding performance, leadership, and consistency, elevating both their own game and that of their teammates. And now to honor our YESPY Players of the Year. Carson Fayard from Niceville High School. She is not here tonight, but an impressive resume, 17.7 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 3.4 steals per game. A consistent star who scored in double figures for 4 straight years and stacked up 3 district championships. Now to the boys, Tanner Mandel from Jay High School. guy has a stat stuff of 25.6 points a game, 11.7 rebounds, 3.9 steals a game, a dominant force who put together one of the most complete seasons in the area.
What's going on? My name is Tanner. First off, I just want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for everything on the man today, because of the many blessings He put in my life. Thank you to my mom for pushing me every day, for waking me up early to make me breakfast every morning before I work out, and staying up late to make sure I get home safely. She's my leading reason for why I do things every day. I love you more than anybody in the world. Next, my brother Tucker. I know he used to be my biggest bully as kids, but now he's my biggest supporter, showing up to every single game. I love you. I know he's not here, but thank you, my other brother. When we were little, he always used to lower the rim so he could dunk on me. But I used to be scared of him until I realized I was a lot better than him at basketball. I also want to thank my coach, my second father, Coach Hullett. I wasn't given a great example of how to be a dad, but man, God put you in my life. From having conversations about politics and religion to screaming in my face in the locker room for taking dumb shots, you are the man I want to be when I'm older. I love you. I also want to thank my teammates, coaches, and especially the J community for always having my back no matter what. God has truly blessed me by putting each and every one of you in my life. I know I'm talking like this is the NBA MVP, but truthfully, this does mean a lot to me. I've worked hard to be in the position I am today, and I'll continue to push myself each day. On this, no, that's a watch. On this wrist, I have 2 bracelets. One says God is first, and the other one says I am second. That's how we should live our lives each and every day. God is real, and He changes lives. I know I'm mentioning Him a lot, but I should be mentioning Him more. The last thing I want to say is that whatever you're doing in life, do it through the Lord. He's the way, the truth, and the life. Thank you, guys.
Our last YESPYs Player of the Year is Mateo Robinson from Milton High School. Mateo averaged 17.7 points per game. He was a 3-year starter, accomplished 2 district titles, and also was named P&J Player of the Year. He's a proven winner who led with production, experience, and championship level impact. Your YESPYs Player of the Year, Mr. Mateo Robinson.
I just want to start by saying thank you to DoWork, and then thank you to God, my coaches, teammates, family, and everyone who supported me through this season. It really meant a lot to be here at this moment. But this year has been a great experience for me on and off the court. I've learned how to stay focused, work through challenges, and keep improving every day. Winning this award means a lot to me because I know how much hard work, time, and dedication went into it. And then this year has helped me grow a lot as a person, taught me discipline, patience, and how to stay focused. And with that, I'm thankful for everything this season has brought me. Thank you.
Our next award will be our Girls Coach of the Year, Coach Jade Brown.
Jade Brown from Booker T, Washington, a coach with more than 200 career wins. She led Booker T to the 2026 5A state championship, and she was named the state's overall Girls Coach of the Year. Jay is widely known for her dedication, hard work, and commitment to student-athlete development. Jay, always a pleasure.
Thank you, Steve. We're glad to be here. Thank you, Dante. Jose, I appreciate you guys for what you all do in our community. It means a lot. I know a lot of people don't know this. They don't get paid for this. So I see the social media things that are said, but keep letting you guys light shine, because we need in this community. You guys are great at what you do. So from the bottom of my heart, I see it on all levels, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having us.
All right, Jay, everyone that knows you, everyone that's seen you coach, know you have a tremendous amount of passion. Passion for the game, passion for coaching. Yeah, where does that passion come from?
God, you know, and it's funny you say that, because a lot of times people that don't know me think it's emotion. So don't get the emotion confused with the passion. But God has blessed me to do something that I love, but also my parents. My mom is extremely passionate. Probably have seen her in the Pensacola News Journal standing up, cheering and clapping for us. But God has really blessed me to give back to young ladies, important them like others have done for me.
Yeah, before you were a coach, you were a star player in the area at Woodham High School. A lot of you youngsters may not know what we're talking about, but it was a great high school in the area. How did your playing days here, playing in this area, how did that kind of inform your knowledge of basketball and inform kind of the way you would become as a coach?
I mean, you take what is already important to you. So playing at Woodham, I went on to play at Northwest Florida State, and I went on to Division I at LIU in Brooklyn. So you just take what everybody pours into you, but you have to be a student of the game as well. So I played point guard, so I've always wanted to learn how to contribute and give back. So it's always kind of been in me to pass. And that's what I've been doing since I've been coaching.
All right, so you took over as head coach at Booker T in 2012. Story program, one of the greatest programs in the history of the state. Ronnie Bond built, tremendous legacy. How serious did you take that when you took the job, knowing you were taking over a program with that kind of legacy?
Very serious. It is the winningest program in the area. The winningest. The Booker T girls basketball, well before me. The pillars are already laid. What we tell our girls, let's continue to add to the foundation. So I had the opportunity to, before Miss Bond passed, her and Coach Bond came in, we talked, we met. They came and painted my office. So, and he comes to every playoff game. So for me, seeing him come to our games means a lot, but continuing to add to the legacy that he and his wife built.
So you built it back up to the elite level. It took a little bit of time, a lot of hard work. What was the key? What was the turning point to get this program the last several years back up to that state elite level?
I think Shemaya said it earlier, and everybody knows it. Don't get outworked. If we can outwork you, we can beat you. And that's what we live by, not just on the floor, but in the classroom. In life. That's what we teach them. If I can outwork you, I can beat you in anything that I want to beat you in. So for us, it's been, since my first year, outwork. Sometimes you fall short, but you have to fall. You have to fall sometimes. And when you fall, you get the opportunity to learn. So for us, is don't get outworked. That's been the motto, and we're going to keep it that way.
We know you're great at motivating your players, getting them hyped up. And we have an example of that, a video from before the state championship game.
And here come Big Country. Hitting the floor, hitting the floor, hitting the floor. Oh, she's flat. Oh, she's cutting out. She gets the steal. She throws it up. And it's halftime. Oh my goodness. This Booker T team, I tell you, they are just really good. Yes, Susan, I wasn't a believer, but now I am. And now what's happening is they have really got Blanche Ely out of their game. Third quarter has started. It's Blanche Ely's ball. We look like we're a man. We come out in Wildcat. Oh snap. Here come Ari and Nala. They steal the ball. Nala Moore passing it back and forth. Nala pulls back. She sees somebody coming down. Somebody's like, give me the ball. 1 second. Give me the ball. She backs it down. Back. And
And no wonder they won the state championship. So shortly after that, they did go ahead and finish off an amazing run to win the state championship. You know, when that moment happened, when you win, when you know you're a state championship, what kind of emotions hit you at that moment?
I don't know. I mean, it was a lot of emotions. Just to see the young ladies, you know, battle through it, the adversity that we faced throughout this season. There are a lot of things that people don't know, but in that moment, we never stopped fighting. We never stopped believing. And sometimes you know. And I knew we could do it. I told our assistant coaches for the last 3 years where exactly we would be. I knew the last 2 years we definitely would be in the Elite Eight. We would play in the regional final. You have to speak those things to existence, and I knew that we can get down to win it. I really did. I met with our parents at one point this year, every parent on the team. We had some coffee and donuts, just explaining our vision of what we knew could happen. And even when Shemaya went down, you lose your biggest player, and we never, ever gave up. And I knew in their eyes, we called the timeout with 3 minutes left, which is the exact same thing we actually do in practice. Part of a drill that we do the day before a game. We do a 3-minute drill, 3 stops. And I told them, hey, this is what we practice. This is what we do. Give me 3 stops in a row. We got 3 big stops. Get a rebound. We get free throws. Man, it's. I think like Shemaya said, sometimes it still hasn't, I think, really hit me until I see people in the store or somebody just sat next to me and like, congratulations. But God is so good. And I had Mr. Tanner, I don't know you, sir, but hey, man, keep talking about God. We need more young people like you willing to stand up and talk about the faith. So it's without him, none of this is possible. We pray as a team. We thank God. He's been with us the entire season, the entire time. So like I said, it still feels very surreal. But as a coach, I'm getting ready for next year, trying to find some games for people to play us. That's a struggle, but man, like I said, God is good, and it was a tremendous time, and something that no one will be able to take away from those young ladies. For the rest of their lives, they literally have a real tattoo that says, I'm a state champ. Not only physically, but it's with them. So I'm just really happy they get to have that for the rest of their lives. Nobody will ever be able to take that away from them. They'll be able to say, the 2026 team, our state champs. So I'm just, like I said, I'm really happy and blessed to be a part of their lives and experience it with them.
It's an incredible accomplishment, especially in a state like Florida. What does it mean, not just for Booker T, but for the whole area, for basketball, for this area?
I think it means a lot. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of people don't know this in this room, but I'm also our athletic director. And I serve on some committees throughout the state. And people do not give the Panhandle a lot of respect whatsoever, whether it's, you know, us being a small town or whatever it may be. So for us to go down and to win a state championship from our area, I think it speaks volumes of the young people in this area, but also our schools in this area. We were the only public school from 7 classifications to win the girls' state championship outside the rural area. And you know, the private schools have the coaches in here. You know, they have some things that we can't do. So I think it speaks volumes of the young people in this area, of the athletic programs that we have here. And in my Roy Jones voice impression, Pensacola in the house.
No doubt about that. And you saw a little preview. We have another video for you from Booker T winning the state championship. Let's check it out.
Thugging with my hoodie on, time to get my booty on. Crazy, I feel really good. This new cat coming cookie strong. I got to show my habitat, it's time to cut them fullies on. Better watch who you rapping at, we too. Just to look alike, back to these double lives. This thing got better on. Grabbing already, trying to slam my chance that I'll be fast mine. Talking all 4 seasons, ain't no facade. 100 rhyme, PC's my dreams, I'll take that up to God. No, you can't have 40 steps. Y'all let's all fake fuck. Ain't got happy space left. Steady going outside the big house. And one for the keep on his life. They like the time come right. They just gonna keep running pipes. The numbers you got today, crap.
Thank you.
Let's have your ladies that are here tonight from Booker T come on up and join your coach.
I will.
And, let's give it up for the Booker T ladies and Dave Brown.
Real quick, I just wanted to make sure I got on here and said something. I'm kind of behind the scenes, if you don't believe it. My name's Jose. People know me as DoWork. They call me that all the time. So thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for being a part of this. It means the world to us because how long it take to get to Orlando?
7 hours, seven and a half.
7.5. Just
Yeah,
say
7.5 hours.
8 hours going 60 miles per hour. We're going to Orlando, and now we're here. We had this conversation. We really wanted to make sure we made an impact in our area for you guys. So this is going to continue to grow. The more you support it, the more we can do. We want to reach out more to other areas, Santa Rosa, Okaloosa. We are acknowledging our smaller schools. We want you to know that we are here for you guys. We truly care. So thank you for coming out. This means a lot to both of us for putting this event on the YESPYs. So thank you all. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, Doctor.
And I'm Dante Shepard, as I told you earlier. And like Jose said, we had a vision. We were both kind of doing some opposite things, but we found out that if we worked together, we were able to really build DoWork Sports. And Coach Brown said it earlier. And a lot of times we know that people are passionate about sports. They want you to be at every single game. They want you to cover every single player. And she made a good point. This is not our day job. This is our passion. And so many people wouldn't know, like yesterday is my birthday. I had a choice to go out of town and enjoy myself on my birthday or do this. I can't do anything else. It's just who I am. When I was marrying my wife, the night before we got married, I was coaching a football game. That's just who I am. I'd rather honor you. I'd rather be here to pour into young people than to go do the other things that I think are very fun as well. And so we really was passionate about doing this. I hope that y'all have been pleased with our coverage this year. We really sat down and we said we got to do a better job of being consistent. Not because we have all the bodies, but because we care and we didn't want basketball to think that we could only cover football. My background is football, his background was football, and so we started off with football, but we wanted to make sure that we covered you all. And we also wanted to make sure that we didn't just cover a larger school, but that we covered all schools. And so we're hoping that we continuously grow and we continuously be able to cover everybody and be able to help our young people just be affirmed for what they do. Because they're putting in a lot of time in our coaches, because again, we are coaches. We've been coaching throughout our lives. I coached 12 years as a football coach in the area. I did a year in college, and I've always cared and loved coaches. One thing you'll know about DoWork Sports, when we post and what we do is not coming from a fan standpoint. It's coming from a coach standpoint. That's what we try to do. We would never put out something that is going to harm your player or your coach. We have had our worst moments in coaching, and we've had our best. And so we always try to highlight the best. And so we want to continuously serve you in that particular way. We told you it's not our day job. So what I do for a living is I work at Navy Federal, and I am a trainer for communication and leadership. I train all of Navy Federal, all of our leaders. I'm trying to help them continuously improve. I say that because I want to encourage our coaches. If you are not implementing a player development program within your program right now, I want to encourage you to do so. Because we all know that these players are going to one day stop playing basketball. They might play it for fun, but they might not always be a player for a team. And so because of that, they're always going to play life. So they need leadership, they need character, they need to understand the things that motivate them. They need to know how to self-regulate and control their emotions. They need to be able to do these things on a regular basis. And the best way to do that is to bring in speakers, is to have a program where you cover your values and you guide them on a regular basis. The same way we put 5 days a week into practice, we need to make sure that we at least set some time aside to talk to them about their mental health and continuously developing them. We know that these are basketballs, all right? But there is something different about each one of these basketballs. Jose, throw your basketball down. All right, that basketball bounced. Mine did not. The difference of these basketballs is not that they're not basketballs. Like he has a basketball, I have a basketball. The difference of the basketball is what's inside of the basketball. If you don't focus on your inside, young people, what's inside of you, your faith and your character, you can look good on the outside, but when things get hard, when adversity hits, you're going to be deflated. I want to encourage you that you don't just focus on just playing basketball, that you don't just focus on what's on the outside of you, but that you would focus on what's on the inside of you. Your character is important. So I say that because all of you are going to go through something in life. You just had a coach up here who just said he lost one of his players. No matter your age, we're all going to go through something in life. And what we want you to do, bounce it again, is be able to bounce back. And the way you're going to be able to bounce back is that you're going to have to work on the inside. So when that time comes in life for you, and you're struggling, and you feel deflated, or you are deflated, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to go back to your foundation. I want you to think about what it took for you to get to that destination that you're at, what it took for you to become who you are. I want you to think about your foundation. And if that is your foundation in faith, if that's your foundation in work ethic, if that's your foundation in relationships, whatever it is, I want you to think about your foundation. The second thing I want you to do, because you're going to go through moments where you are deflated. It's guaranteed. I want to encourage you. You got teammates in here, you got friends outside of here, to make sure you have some people around you who will pump you up. The reason I can't make this a regular ball is because I don't have a pump. You don't just need people to motivate you. You need some people to pump you up when it comes to telling you the truth. They can't be your friend if they won't tell you the hard truth. You need somebody to pump you up, all right? When it comes to you doing the right thing, when it comes to your motivation, when it comes to your discipline, when it comes to your mental health, when you're going through it and you need to really talk to somebody, you need a circle. So I want you to make sure that you have a strong circle so that those people will pump you up. And then last, and we've been saying it throughout the night, and we wholeheartedly agree, this is our church. We love our church. I've been to this church 15 years. All right? Jose goes to this church as well. We love God. That's one thing you will know about us. We love God. All right? We love sports. We love what y'all are doing. We try to support the things that kids like. But underneath of all of that, we love God. What I want to tell you is when you feel deflated, when you feel like you don't have strength, when you feel weak, the Bible says that he will be your strength in your weakness. And so I want to encourage you to make sure that you get down on your knees and you pray and you talk to God about whatever you're going through. There might be a time you don't have the circle. There might be a time you don't have the parent. There might be a time you just don't know if you want to tell anybody. But God will never leave you nor forsake you. Those three things. Go back to your foundation. Make sure you create a circle around you who will support you. And most of all, don't leave God. We often pray to God when we want to make the most points, we want to win the state championship, we want to do all these great things. But sometimes when we get to the top, we forget about him. And so we want to encourage you to do that. I'm going to take the time out just to pray, because some people may be in church, some people don't, but I never not want to honor God. And so we'll give a chance to pray, and then we're going to close out. Oh, gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for today, oh God, for the opportunity that you have given DoWork Sports, our staff, and everybody who has volunteered to be a part of this. We thank you for the parents who have been through every step, every game with these young people, oh God. Lord, we thank you for these young people, God, because you've given them a passion for this sport. You told them that this sport is good for them, and they have been working hard throughout their life to get to this point. But we know that this sport will end one day. Let them look to you, oh God, when they feel deflated. let them think about the things that you have for them. Let them know that they're just not a basketball player. Basketball is a season. It is not every part of their life. It's not the end all. And so you have so much more for them. But what they get out of basketball, they'll be a good business person, they'll be a good worker, they'll be a good entrepreneur, they'll be a good doctor, they'll be good in all that they do if they take the right things from the sport. Let them not just be in love with playing the sport, but let them be in love with the purpose that you have for them. Your word says that if they just believe in their heart that you are God, and that Jesus, you have risen from the dead, and they confess it with their mouth, they could be saved. So I don't know if they're saved tonight, oh God, but if they're going to be in your house, we might as well give them an opportunity to do so. So if they didn't know what Romans 10:9 said, now they do. And so if they do it on their own time, God, I hope that your angels rejoice. That you said that if just one come to you, they'll rejoice. We thank you once again for this great night and this great opportunity. We ask that you continue to bless us, continue to drive us, to have the passion, the energy that we need to cover these young people and cover these coaches. And God, cover our coaches, because the world could be so harsh. Some people think wins and losses on the court is all it's about. And we know it's about their lives. We love you and we thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Once again, we want to thank y'all so much. We have a backdrop out front in the atrium. And if you want to take some pictures with your family, please do so, and post it and just tag us. And if you really appreciated this, we want people to know we did stream this live on YouTube. So if you have family members who want to check it out, they want to see your sons and your daughters up here, you can definitely send them a link. You just go to DoWork Sports and we'll have it up for you as well. And just continue to support us. Again, we thank you so much. We hope that you really enjoyed this. Can you please give a hand to our good friend Steve Nissom as well? Now, Steve is a pro at this thing. And so he's been doing it for a long time. And so we really appreciate all that he does with DoWork Sports. And again, thank y'all so much. We hope that you enjoyed yourself. And just remember, do work. You're dismissed.